Hello everyone. Hope everyone is fine and doing well. Now, today's live session we discussed about the example questions of the functions and all. Now we are going to start the new chapter, that is trigonometry. That is chapter number 3 in class 11. So let's see. First one is angles. Trigonometry you already studied in class 10th, right? About particular angles like 0, 30, 45, 60, 90 degrees. Have you ever thought of what if the angles are other than these angles? For example, if I have 180, 360, 270, or maybe minus 420 degrees. Okay, how do you find the trigonometric values respect to that corresponding angles? So in class 11, sorry, we are going to study a method or process, you can say, which explains to find the trigonometric value of trigonometric value of any given angle. Okay, which are the multiples of 0, multiples of 30, multiples of 45, multiples of 60, and multiples of 90. If it is not multiples of all those things, we'll study them later on. Okay, when it comes to the angle, this is the initial side, this straight line, and this is the terminal side. So whatever the angle you get between these two lines, that we call it as a positive. If you measure the angle in the anti-clockwise direction, we call it as a positive angle, and if you measure the angle in the clockwise direction, we call it as a negative angle. Here, for example, you can see this is the initial side and this is the terminal side. Okay, initial means my ray started from here and moved towards this direction and it stopped here. That's why initial and terminal sides you have. So now the line is moving downwards, it will go like this. Okay, as the line is moving downwards, that means the line is OB is moving in the clockwise direction. If it is moving the clockwise direction, whatever the angle you get here, you will get a negative angle. It could be minus 30, minus 60, minus 45, minus 58, whatever how much value you get, that has to be negative value. Here, this OA line is initially here and moved till OB point. So this angle, this is moving in the up to down method. This is an anti-clockwise direction. So in the anti-clockwise direction, the angles will be considered as positive angles. Okay, so don't be surprised to see the negative values in class 11. So how do you get the negative values is by measuring in the clockwise direction. How do you get the positive values? By measuring the anti-clockwise direction. Now if it is if there are different angles like 360 angle is there, 180, 270, 420, minus 30, minus 420. So the respective diagrams are mentioned here. 360 means one complete circle. It started from this point and moved along this rotation, and reached till the same point. Okay. So hence 360 degrees means it's complete circle, right? If it is complete circle, then the starting point and ending point will remain same. That's why we call this as a 360 degrees. Next one you have is 180 degrees. I think everybody knows 180 degrees. OA and OB, if they are on the opposite directions, then we can say angle between them is 180 degrees. 270 means, I know this will be 90. If I draw a line this way, that will be 90. If I draw here, that will be 180. And if I draw down, that will be, so 90 plus 90, 180 plus 90, 270 degrees. We started from OA, it moved this direction, and then it reached till here. Okay, so that means in positive direction 270 degrees line, and in the negative direction minus 90 degrees line will be at the same place. Now 420 means 420 is 360 plus 60. 360 plus 60 which means 360 is one complete circle, and again 60 degrees. You see here this line, the circle line, you can see from here it started, then it moved in this direction. When it reached this point, this will be 360 degrees. Now plus 60 degrees means one more 60 degrees I have to move. Okay, so 360 plus 60, so it will be 420 degrees. So in 420 degrees, you may ask what is the difference of 60 degrees and 420 degrees. In 60 degrees, it go from OA to OB only. But in 420 degrees, it will start from OA, it will make one complete rotation, it will come to OA, then it will move to OB. So that is the difference between 60 and 420 degrees. When I say minus 30 degrees, as we discussed, OA and OB. So now the angle measurement comes towards clockwise direction. So this is minus 30 degrees. Now minus 240 degrees, start from here, move one complete direction in this way, clockwise direction, one complete circle direction, then move 60 degrees downwards. So it will be minus 420 degrees. Okay. So like this, if you give me any angle, if I give you 720, 720 is 360 plus 360. Okay. So that means here you have to make two complete circles. First circle will give me 360, then another circle will give me 720. Now if I want to 1080 degrees, then three complete circles, because 360 into 3. 360 degrees I have to rotate 3 times, then it will give me 1080 angle. So like this, we can rotate as much as we wish. Hope positive angles, negative angles, and the representation of the angles might be clear to you. Now generally we have here a relation between a radian and a degree. Here you have 1 radian equals to 180 degrees upon pi. If you bring pi this side, then pi radians is equals to 180 degrees. Okay, that's why generally we take pi value as 180. Because pi come here, 1 into pi is pi, so pi radians equals to 180 degrees. If I convert this into 1 into per degree, 1 radian equals to 57 degrees 16 minutes approximately. This is the approximation value. This we don't use much, but we use this one. Pi radian equals to 180 degrees. Or you can write 1 degree equals to pi upon 180 radian. Okay, this and both are same only. Just you can bring this pi this side, you will get pi radian equals to 180 degrees. 180 degrees you can write it as 180 into 1 degree. 180 into 1 degree is 180 degrees. Now 180 will come to the right side. So it will become pi upon 180 radian will be equals to 1 degree, or 1 degree equals to 0.01746 radians approximately. So it will continue. Okay, so approximately we will round it off to this number. So this degrees and radians we don't use, but these relations we use to solve certain questions. You have to remember pi radians equals to 180 degrees. Or maybe you can write here, let me insert one thing. Here, pi into 1 radian will be equals to pi into 1 radian equals to 1 degree into 180. Okay, so instead of remembering these two formulas, you can remember this only. If I want in terms of radians, then I can write 1 radian equals to 1 degree into 180 upon pi, or you can say 180 degree upon pi. If you want 1 degree equals to, then 1 degree equals to pi upon 180. One will come 180 upon pi, another comes pi upon 180. So remember this much. We will use multiple times. Pi into radian, 1 radian equals to 1 degree into 180. So we can convert this into as per requirement. Next, one more things are there. 1 degree equals to 60 minutes. This one line represents the minute. Okay. And 1 minute equals to 60 seconds. So if you want 1 degree in terms of seconds, then it will be 60 into 60, 360 seconds will be 1 degree. Okay, so here if I have double lines, that represents me seconds. If it is single line apostrophe, then it represents minute. So 1 degree equals to 60 minutes, 1 minute equals to 60 seconds. So these are the examples to say convert 40 degrees 20 minutes into radian measure. So they are given in the degrees, they ask you to convert into radian. Now I know 1 degree is 60 seconds or 60 minutes, but here they are given only 20 minutes. So 20 minutes means 1/30 of 60 minutes. Your 20 minutes is 1/3 of 60 minutes. So if you want degree also, so it will be 1/3 degree will be equals to 20 minutes. So that's what I say 40 degrees into 20 minutes equals to 40. This 20 minutes is nothing but 1/3 of degree. Okay. So 40, 1/3 of degree. So what you have to do is, I have a relation between the degrees and radians. We don't have any relation between the minutes or seconds with radians. So first a minutes and seconds both will be converted. Seconds will be converted into minutes. Minutes will be converted into degrees. Then degrees will be converted into radians. So first this 20 minutes I have to convert into degrees. How do I convert? Here you have the relation. 1 degree is 60 minutes. Okay. So that way also you can solve. If you remember ratio and proportions, if you want, I'll insert and show you one. Here you have 60 seconds will be equals to 1 degree. Then we have 20 minutes. 20 minutes will be equals to how many degrees? I think this ratio and proportions you have. So instead of 20 also, if they give 18, then also use the same. 60 minutes equals to 1 degree. Then 80 minutes equals to how much? I think everybody knows ratios and proportions, how to solve these questions. Class 8 we studied. Okay, so by using the ratio and proportions, 20 minutes I'll get it as 1/3 of a degree. So 40 degrees, 1/3 of degree. So it is a mixed fraction. If I convert mixed fraction into a fraction, 3 into 20, 40 will be 120 plus 1, 121 upon 3. Okay. Now this degree I have to convert into radians. Degree to radians means here I have 1 degree equals to pi upon 180. So that pi upon 180 will come. Here you may ask, sir, how come this pi upon 180? This, see, 40 into 1/3 is 121 upon 3. That we got it. But this degree, you can write this 40 1 upon 3 into 1 degree. This 40 into 1 upon 3 you can write mixed fraction as 121 upon 3. That 1 degree in terms of radians. Here you can see here degree measurement is there. Here it is converted into radian. So 1 degree equals to how much is coming by using this relation? 1 degree equals to, so this 180 comes to the denominator here. It will come pi upon 180 radians. So pi upon 180 radian. So this will come 120. If any cancellations are there, you can cancel them. Otherwise, you can keep as it is. 121 into pi is 121 pi. 3 into 180 is 540 radians. Okay. So 40 degrees 20 minutes will be equals to 121 pi upon 540 radians. So you may ask, sir, why can't you substitute pi value as 180 and cancel 180 here? if you can represent pi as 180, then it will convert into degrees again, because pi radians equals to 180 degrees. But I want the answer in terms of radians only. That's why pi value I won't replace with 180, because pi radians is equals to 180 degrees. If you replace, your radians will be converted into degrees. So your radians answer will always be in terms of pi only, and your degrees answer will always be in terms of degrees. Will be no pi. Now here degrees and minutes you convert into radians. Next question is you have to convert radians into degrees. Convert 6 radians into degrees measure. I know pi radians equals to 180 degrees. Then 6 radians equals to how much? Like 1 pen cost is 5 rupees. What is the cost of 6 pens? Then 5 into 6. Like pi radians equals to 180 degrees. Then if you want 6 radians, can you understand here? If I multiply with 6 here, like yeah, 6 radians equals to, if I want to convert into, because you want the answer in terms of degree. This 6 I kept as it is 6 here. Now radians I am replacing with degree. If radians are replacing with degree, what is our measurement? 1 radian equals to 180 upon this pi will come to the denominator. 180 degrees upon pi, because 1 degree into 180 will be 180 degrees upon pi. So 1 radian will be 180 upon pi. That's what I have done here. This radian I replaced with 180 upon pi degrees, and this 6 I kept as it is. Okay. Now this is equals to 6 into 180 will be 1080. Okay, 6 into 180 will be 1080. This pi value is 22 by 7, because 22 by 7 is in the denominator. So when I simplify, 7 goes to the numerator. So finally you will get 1080 into 7 upon 22. If I cancel 2 here, okay, so what you get if I cancel into 2, it will go 540 upon 11 into 7. So if I convert into mixed fraction, 540 into 7 upon 11, if I convert into a mixed fraction, assume that everybody knows how to convert a fraction into mixed fraction. Here 2 will get cancelled 11 times, here 2 will get cancelled 540 times. So 540 into 7 upon 11. So that has to be converted into a mixed fraction. When I convert, this will come as 343 7 upon 11 degrees. Now this I know 343 is degrees. This 7 upon 11 will become minutes. Okay, 7 upon 11. 343 plus 7 upon 11 degrees. 7 upon 11 degrees I can write as 7 upon 11 into 60 minutes, because 1 degree will be 60 minutes. Then 7 upon 11 degrees will be 7 upon 11 into 60 minutes. So again, if I convert into this mixed fraction, 7 into 60 is 420 upon 11. If I convert into a mixed fraction, it will come as 38 minutes, 2 by 11 minutes. Again, this 2 by 11 minutes will be converted into a second. 1 minute is 60 seconds. So 2 by 11 minutes will be 2 by 11 into 60. That will come as 10.9 seconds. So final answer in terms of degrees is 343 degrees, 38 minutes, 11 seconds approximately. Okay. So what you have to do is, after getting this fraction here, you have to convert into a mixed fraction. So after converting the mixed fraction, the first value, that 343, that will be in degrees, and 7 upon 11 is also in degrees, but I have to convert into a minutes. How do I convert? We have the relation 1 degree equals to 60 minutes. Then 7 upon 11 degrees will be 7 upon 11 into 60 minutes. Then again convert this into a mixed fraction. After converting into the mixed fraction, then I'll get 38 2 by 11 minutes. 38 2 by 11 as a mixed fraction. So 38 will be 38 minutes. plus 2 by 11 minutes. Again, this 2 by 11 minutes will be converted into seconds. How do I convert? 1 minute equals to 60 seconds. So 2 by 11 seconds will be, you'll get 2 into 60 upon 11. 2 into 60 upon 11 is 120 upon 11. So 120 upon 11, how many times it will get cancelled? 11 times 110. So 10 times it is cancelling. So that's why you got 10. So 120 minus 110 is 10. If I put the decimal, it will become 100. 100 upon 11, 9 times. 9 11 is 99. So 10.9 seconds. Okay. So we discussed two examples. One is converting degrees into radians, and second one is converting radians into degrees. So whichever is useful to you, the question is asked, you can convert into that way. So converting radius into degrees will be little calculation wise, because degrees, then this mixed fraction has to be converted into minutes, and minutes fraction has to be converted into seconds. So a little bit lengthy process, but it's not difficult. Okay. So one more formula we have here: a circle of radius r. There is a circle with radius r, an arc of length L subtends an angle theta, radians at the center. So I think this introduced the class 9th topic. Let me take the okay. Yeah, this is a circle and whose radius is r. An arc of length L. Arc of length means maybe if I can take from here this entire line. Okay, maybe this is the arc of length which making an angle theta, radians at the center. How you remember the chord subtends an angle at the center, then arc subtends an angle at the center. That's what we studied in class 9th, I think, if you remember it. Let me extend maybe this line till here. Okay, so this is an arc length L. Whatever the length from here to here, you cannot consider the straight line. Okay, this straight line will become, let me draw the straight line. This cannot be the straight line which I had drawn here. That cannot be the arc length. That is the chord. You remember the definition of a chord? A line which joining from the endpoints of the chord must be points on the circle. Okay, so this can be called as a chord. What is an arc? This curved line. Sorry, this curved line which you have from this point, go curvely this way till here. So this chord we don't require. So let me remove that chord. Okay, so this is the arc length L, and this is the radius r, and theta is the angle subtended by this arc. What is the theta angle? So this is the angle theta which lies between these two orange color lines. Okay, is the angle theta. If I know all the three, then the relation between theta, L and r is given by theta equals to L upon r, or maybe you can write L equals to r theta. That is, length of an arc equals to radius into an angle subtended by that arc. So that means out of three, if I know any two, I can find the third one. If I know the length of the arc, if I know the radius, then I can find the angle. In class 10th also we studied. Find the angles. If theta is given, what is the area of the sector, what is the area of the segment. Sometimes they used to give the area and we found the angle subtended by the chord. Class 9th, 10th you already studied and you are the master of all those things. So we have L equals to r theta. So this is the formula which gives the relation between length of the arc, radius of the circle, and angle subtended by the arc whose length is L. L equals to r theta. So based on that topic, we have one example here. The minute hand of a watch is 1.5 centimeter long. So can I say radius is 1.5? its radius is 1.5 centimeter long. How far does this tip move in 40 minutes? In 40 minutes, how far this minute hand move in a distance? So for example, I am measuring at 12 o'clock. Okay, so 12 o'clock means your minute hand is at 12. After 40 minutes means your minute hand will come till 8. Okay, so what is the distance traveled by the minute hand? This entire arc length I have to find. Arc length means L value I have to find. Now what is given? Radius is given. R is 1.5. Length of the minute hand means that is the radius. Now 40 minutes is given. You have to convert this 40 minutes into degrees. How do you convert? 60 minutes is 1 degree. Okay, 60 minutes is 1 degree. Sorry. If 60 minutes is 1 degree, then 40 minutes will be how many degrees? So here the explanation is given. In 60 minutes, the minute hand of a watch completes the 1 revolution. Even if you look at the watch, in 60 minutes, your minute hand will complete 1 revolution. That means it completes 1 circle. But now it is moving only 40 minutes. Can I say it will be the 2/3 of the whole? Okay, because 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 60 minutes. If I divide whole 60 minutes into 3 parts, 20, 40, 60. So 40 minutes means it will be the 2/3 of the complete angle. I know if it is 60 minutes, how much angle it will make? One complete revolution will make 360 degrees. But now minute hand is moving only 2/3 of the complete revolution. So therefore, theta will be 2/3 of 360 degrees. Are you getting? Or maybe you can say, I think class 10th you already studied. In 1 minute, your minute hand will make 6 degrees. In 1 minute, your minute hand makes 6 degrees. In class 10 we discussed this. Okay, so 1 minute is 6 degrees. 40 minutes will be 40 into 60. Sorry, 40 into 6, 240. Even if you simplify this 2/3 of 360, that also will give me 240 only. So there are 2 ways to identify. 40 minutes I can say it is a 2/3 of. For example, if they give me 37 seconds, 37 minutes, then what can I do? 37, how can I convert into the fraction? It's not possible, right? So 37 into 6. So that method is useful, whatever is the angle. This method is useful for a particular angle. If they give me 30 minutes means it will make half revolution. So half of 360. So 1/2 into 360. Like that you can calculate. Better I suggest you remember 1 degree, minute hand will make, 1 minute, minute hand will make 6 degrees. So 40 minutes means 40 into 6, 240 degrees. Or if you want to represent the answer in terms of radians, 240 degrees is nothing but 4 pi by 3 radian. Now you know the radius is 1.5 centimeter and theta is 4 pi by 3 radian. Because why I am taking in terms of radian is your definition see theta radians. When I have the relation of L equals to R theta, theta is in terms of radians. So that's why whatever the angle you get here in terms of degrees, convert into radians. How to do the conversion that we already discussed. So 4 pi by 3 radians. I know radius is 1.5 and theta is 4 pi by 3. So L equals to R theta. This was the formula. So R is 1.5, theta is 4 pi by 3. You can cancel this 1.5 in 3 2 times. 1.5 will get cancelled in 3 2 times because 2 times of 2 into 1.5 is 3. That 2 will get cancelled in 4 pi 2 pi times. So final answer will comes to be 2 pi and pi value is 3.14. So 2 into 3.14 which will be 6.28 centimeter. So the total distance it travel in 40 minutes is 6.28 centimeters. Approximately, because here pi value is also approximately 3.14. So obviously 6.28 is also an approximation value. Okay, so these are the types of questions which we have. Now what you can do is once you complete your chapter 2, all exercise question and everything, by Monday you complete the first exercise of trigonometry. You find the radian, they are given in the degrees. If minus is there, let it be, nothing to worry about that. Degrees into radians, and there are some word problems are there. Okay, so you may continue those things. In next class, we are going to discuss how to find the trigonometric values if it is more than 90 degrees. Okay, thank you, have a nice day, take care.